acting like this is some form of a next-gen console, and it's not. Relax, okay? Your games are not going to fundamentally change that much, and that's what a lot of you ponies don't understand.
Have RDNA 4 ray tracing features, right? But supposedly it's like the PlayStation 5 Pro, right? Or if they build NVIDIA, because NVIDIA with DLSS, they have AI resolution scaling and stuff, and they have advanced ray tracing, so maybe even better, right?
Wow.
PlayStation 5 Pro. They're only going to spend like I saw already two people, right, that I follow and whatever, right? One got it for $410, another one got it for $430. What that is to trade in your PlayStation 5 with the controller, and you get $432.
Wow, you hear this, bro? But what you're not understanding, no vertical stand and no disk drive. You still have to buy the disk drive separately. It's so funny that now we're out here using a trade-in program that GameStop is offering. Oh, look at that. You can trade your PS5, for the PS5 Pro, this digital-only console, and you still got to come up with, like, close to $300. You know what I'm saying? And if you need it, and especially for the vertical stand, like, come on, bro. Y'all are capping, man. And if you had a disk drive to begin with, well, if you had the digital version and trade it in, you got to spend a little bit, $100 additional. If you have the one with the disk drive, you save a little bit on that, but then you got to go buy the disk drive for the other one. So it's like you're still coming out paying $300 or $400, even after you trade in your console. It's a waste, bro. It's a waste, bro. Come on, man.
What's the PS5 Pro? That means he's only paying $270 to replace an old console they had for 4 years.
Yeah, but what about replacing that stand that they had? What about replacing that disk drive? Let's talk about that. Oh, you don't want to talk about that, huh? You don't want to talk about how they got to buy a vertical stand, and you don't want to talk about the fact that they have to buy a disk drive. That's if they're selling the one with the disk drive. Let's not forget that. If they're selling the PlayStation 5 digital, that's $100 less. So that's $370.
That's what most of us are doing. Most of us are going to take a console, right?
Wow, you hear this, guys? They're going to take that. I would never sell my consoles, bro.
Me, I have the $500, regular PS5, right? I've been playing it since November. I've been using it, wearing it.
Now, if you told me you give me $410 just for the PlayStation 5 alone without no trade-in bonus, I'd probably do it. Except I wouldn't be putting it towards no Pro. Can I get $410 and just take the money? Now that's a good deal. If I could just take the money for this garbage platform and get $410 for it after spending $500, I would definitely do that. But if you're telling me that I got to take the $410 and put it towards the PS5 Pro, I'm going to sit there and tell you, no.
And it out for 4 years. I'm about to refresh it with a brand new console, turn it in. Maybe by the time I turn it in, let's say if they only give me $200, fine, $200. I pocket out the rest of the $500. For $500, get a brand new console that's better. And that's really the point of the PS5 Pro. Better than the PS5.
Oh my God, bro. You hear this? Bro, this dude don't even think he knows what he's talking. Bro, come on, bro. It can't be that much better if it's going to run the same games.
The funny thing is, many of you are real jumping up and down, on social media, thinking that you are going to get the better console with the Xbox Series X, and that shit didn't happen. That didn't happen.
It doesn't matter because Xbox doesn't need one. You have a console with 10 teraflops. Sony's going to compensate for that. I'm actually hearing that they didn't even improve the teraflops. That's why Sony's not showing the spec sheet. Until we see the specifications of this console, then we can sit there and talk about how these games are going to run. But until then, it's all speculation. But from what I'm hearing, it's 10 teraflops, and all they did is increase the large GPU and overclock it. That's from what I'm hearing, right? But we still I want to see official statements.
$1,200 that they buy yearly, mad at the price of the PS5? How? That's why I'm saying, man, like, people have their arguments locked and loaded and ready to be fired, man, where when I see anybody bring up the argument of, you're willing to buy a new smartphone every year for over $1,000, either yearly or bi-yearly, right? What's like, why are that seemingly, you have to imagine some of the same people.
It's coming out from Sony about this is what's being included in your platform, and then we can make these arguments, okay? Because we could sit there and say, oh, we don't know how this advanced ray tracing and super resolution, we don't know how these things work because they're marketing terms, but we could still see like, okay, maybe Sony is doing this and that, but Sony ain't showed the specs yet.
Haven't at all. Now you got jumped to
because you guys are not understanding. The PS5 was always weaker than the Xbox Series X. So you guys are saying, oh, the PS5 Pro, but you're compensating for the lack of teraflops. Yours was 10. Microsoft has a better CPU. That's why Space Marine runs way better on it. And it has 12 teraflops. 12. So if Sony wanted to, like if Sony want to be smart, it should be a 14 teraflops. It should be 14, right? That would make the Xbox. It still would be very negligible, but there would be some very slight difference. Very slight difference. You know what I mean? If they add, but you see what you guys don't understand. You guys are acting like the PS5 had 12 teraflops. Like, you get what I'm saying? You know what? There's going to be another video. I'm going to break this down, right? Because I'm going to explain to
you. Still to my buying that goddamn shit box. I listen, they just had this dog shit E3, right? Phil talking about putting Gears and Halo on the goddamn PlayStation. And you still to my buying that goddamn shit box next year, next in 2020. That is crazy.
I plan on buying every next a console next generation. It's just wait until they stop making them, then I'll stop buying. I mean, it's something I can help, but I mean, I'm not gonna. I don't play game. I don't buy consoles or like, you know, to impress like people, like especially these idiots in the chat talking about exposed shit, like people like they fucking bust nuts to the idea of
what Sony's doing, because they did this with the PS4 Pro. They didn't improve anything, guys. The PS4 Pro had the same teraflops as the base PS4. Yep, they're very similar. I'm gonna break that down in another video, and you guys are gonna be like, "Oh, snap, GameShuH, I didn't even know." This is why there's no difference with the PS5 Pro. Watch, I'm gonna break this down because we need to see the spec sheets.
PC like an Xbox refugee, and now you got all this other bells and whistles. Listen, y'all just proved the PS5 Pro is worth it. It's worth it in terms of its price.
The confidence is starting to ooze. 13.
Right?
No.
Because in order to have a competent build to go at it, you spending $900. You know?
So just because you spending money means that you're getting a This is why people say Sony's the Apple of the gaming community, man. Because look at this. Like, this is your justification? Oh, because it costs more, that means it's better? Okay. All right, hold on. I got a good counter for that. So when the Xbox One came out and the PS4 came out, and the PS4 was priced at $400 and the Xbox One was priced at $500, mostly due to the Kinect that they included, was the Xbox better? Did the Xbox have better hardware? Or did you guys say that PS4 had better hardware, which it did, than the Xbox One for a cheaper price? So you want to sit here and say because something's expensive, that means Sony did something. And I'm saying they're telling you that Sony overcharged for this platform.
Now, here's the crazy. For me, I don't care what PC build you show me. I don't care. It's not like this is a new topic. Right? By now, everybody knows about PC parts and building whatever. What I do care is games at the end of the day. And I want to play games when I want to play them.
You can play games on PC. You can play games on practically anything, even on a phone.
It's only now, I think, what is it, the 19th? You guys are finally going to get God of War Ragnarok on the 19th. I platinumed that game back in January 2023. Are you kidding me? You're telling me if I was playing on PC, I would have never been able to play God of War Ragnarok?
They're trying to tell me, you know, you would rather wait 6 months to play Indiana Jones instead of just playing it on the Xbox. You see? Do you see the logic? You're bashing PC gamers for having to wait for games, but they can wait for games as long as they want because they got the access of Game Pass, which is Microsoft's very own project, and they get access to day ones there. So I guarantee all the games that are coming to PC as well as Xbox will keep these PC gamers entertained while they play your little pathetic PlayStation exclusives. I think PC gamers can afford to wait, don't you think?
Spider-Man 2? I beat Stellar Blade this year, Rise of Ronin this year. Who knows when those games are going to end up on PC?
The only thing that PC gamers are salty about is that they don't have access to GTA 6. The end.
guys just got Final Fantasy 16. I beat that game a while ago. A lot of games that I played and beat, PC got years.
So now we're saying that the PS5 is superior because of timed exclusivity. You see, exclusives don't matter, guys. And this is what I was trying to tell you. Because what you're throwing in people's faces is timed exclusivity. You know what I mean? But then you guys have no problem with Xbox putting games on your platform 6 months or 1 year to 2 years or whatever, how long they choose. But y'all don't sit there and say, oh, well, we're playing. I don't know why we're picking these games up now for PS5. See if these is over 8 years old. Oh, no. Y'all were like, he's a jolly good fellow. Oh, he's the gun.